Over 200 bodies are still on Mount Everest, and some of them are used as landmarks. Every year, hundreds of climbers from around the world risk everything to stand on the highest point on Earth. For many, it's the ultimate dream. A symbol of strength, achievement, and prestige. But what most people don't see, is the reality. Mount Everest isn't just a mountain. It's a place where ambition, money, and survival collide, and not everyone makes it back down. At 29,032 feet above sea level, Everest reaches into a part of the atmosphere known as the death zone. Up here, oxygen levels are so low that the human body literally begins to shut down. Your brain doesn't get enough oxygen. You start to lose judgment. Simple decisions become dangerous mistakes. Even tying your shoes or clipping a rope can feel impossible. Climbers describe it as moving in slow motion, while your body is slowly dying. But the altitude is only the beginning. Temperatures on Everest can drop below -40 degrees. Winds can exceed 100 miles per hour. Frostbite can set in within minutes. And avalanches can strike without warning. Still, despite all of this, more people are climbing Everest than ever before. And that's where things start to get dangerous. In recent years, Everest has become incredibly crowded. During peak climbing season, hundreds of people attempt to reach the summit within a very short window of good weather. This creates something almost unbelievable: traffic jams. High on the mountain, near the summit, climbers are often forced to stand in line, sometimes for hours, waiting for their turn to reach the top. But this isn't like waiting in line at a store. At that altitude, every second matters. Climbers rely on oxygen tanks to survive. The longer they wait, the more oxygen they use. And if they run out, the consequences are deadly. In 2019, a photo went viral showing a long line of climbers stretching along a narrow ridge near the summit. That same season, multiple deaths were linked to overcrowding. People weren't just fighting the mountain anymore, they were fighting each other for space, time, and survival. And if something goes wrong up there, help is not coming. Rescuing someone on Everest is extremely difficult and incredibly dangerous. Helicopters can't reach the highest sections. And fellow climbers often don't have the strength to carry someone down. So in many cases, those who collapse are left behind. That's why the mountain is filled with bodies. It's estimated that over 200 climbers have died on Everest. And many of them remain there to this day, preserved by the freezing temperatures. Some have even become well-known landmarks. One of the most famous is known as Green Boots, a climber whose body lies in a cave along a popular route. For years, other climbers would pass by, using it as a reference point on their way to the summit. Think about that for a moment. Reaching your greatest dream, by stepping past someone who never made it, and yet, people keep coming. Why? Because Everest has become more than just a challenge, it's become a business. Climbing Everest can cost anywhere from $30,000 to over $100,000. This includes permits, guides, equipment, oxygen, and support teams. For many local companies, this is a major source of income. And for the governments that control access to the mountain, it brings in millions of dollars every year. So more permits are issued. More climbers are allowed. And not all of them are experienced. In the past, climbing Everest required years of training and technical skill. Today, as long as you can afford it, you can attempt the climb even with limited experience. This has led to a dangerous mix of seasoned climbers and complete beginners, all facing one of the harshest environments on Earth. And when inexperienced climbers make mistakes, the risks increase for everyone. There's also another group that often goes unnoticed: the Sherpas. Sherpas are local guides who play a crucial role in Everest expeditions. They carry equipment, set up ropes, fix ladders, and help climbers navigate the mountain. Without them, most expeditions wouldn't be possible. But their job is incredibly dangerous. Sherpas often make multiple trips through some of the most hazardous parts of the mountain, including the Khumbu Icefall, a constantly shifting maze of ice towers and deep crevasses. This area is one of the deadliest sections of Everest. And yet, Sherpas go through it again and again, so others can chase their dream. Many have lost their lives doing this work. And despite the risks, they are often paid far less than the climbers they guide. It's a hidden reality that most people never think about. Because from the outside, Everest looks like a triumph. A beautiful, snow-covered peak. A symbol of human achievement. But up close, it's something very different. It's a place where the line between life and death is razor thin. Where a single mistake can cost everything. Where ambition can push people beyond their limits, and sometimes beyond the point of no return. And maybe the darkest truth of all is this: for many climbers, reaching the summit is only half the journey. Most accidents and deaths happen on the way down. Because by then, climbers are exhausted. Low on oxygen. Mentally drained. And the hardest part is still ahead of them. There's a saying among climbers: getting to the top is optional. Getting down is mandatory. And on Mount Everest, not everyone makes it back. So while the summit may represent the highest point on Earth, it also represents the cost of pushing human limits to the extreme. Mount Everest isn't just a mountain. It's a test of survival. And for some, it's their final destination.